Hey guys, thanks for watching Think Net Worth Mentality. I'm Brandon, and today we're going to do a little bit different of a video. We're going to go ahead and dive into the new stimulus package, and I do actually believe this one will pass considering everything that we've learned. I'll go through it step by step, and there's pretty much something in there for everyone, so I think everybody's going to be happy. There is one thing I wish they would have included, and we'll go over that, but this is just going to be a quick guide through it. And just a little bit about me and my channel. This is Think Net Worth Mentality, and basically what we do here is we go through everything financial, from savings, stocks, bonds, everything that'll help your net worth get higher. So we dive into everything that you need for that, and we also go into some tutorials as far as QuickBooks and things like that, and financial guidance to get all that done. These stimulus package updates, I am going to do them pretty quick, simple, to the point, and hopefully this information is pertinent to you or pertinent to someone that you know, and helping out the channel by liking, subscribing, hitting that notification if these videos help you will help me out a lot, and it'll help out somebody you know if you end up sharing this video. So let's go ahead and get started. So this package actually consists of $1.52 trillion. So $1.52 trillion is what they're expecting to spend, and they are expecting to go up to $2 trillion, not 1.52, but 2 trillion if it is needed, and it probably will be needed. So you're probably looking at a little bit extra financial help out in certain ways that hasn't been covered yet 100%. But most likely I think that'll end up going through, and we'll probably have some more assistance through the end of this year at least, which is nice, especially with the holidays coming up. For unemployment, you're looking at a supplemental amount of $450 per week for 8 weeks. So this would be on top of what you're getting already, or what you should be getting already, $450 added on top of that. So $450 for 8 weeks. So that would come out to $3,600 supplemental on top of that over the 8 weeks. So that's not too bad there, and I think that's going to help a lot of people. And I know people have been trying to get this put into place, and I do think that is going to help quite a bit over 8 weeks. You know, $450 a week isn't that much, but like I said, it is supplemental. So $450, an additional $450, $3,600 over the full 8 weeks will help a lot. And after the 8 weeks, what they're actually going to do is plan on doing an additional $600 per week for 5 weeks. So that would come out to $3,000 over that 5 weeks. That is capped at 100% of the person's salary. So it would be person by person basis. But if you are eligible, you would get 5 weeks on top of the 8 weeks of the $450. So totaling, that would be $6,600. So if you did get that full amount, $6,600, that is going to help a lot of people. Just remember that the first 8 weeks is $450 per week supplemental, and then after that you're going to have 5 weeks of the $600 capped at 100% of the person's salary. So that will be a person by person basis, obviously depending on what you're going through and if you need that additional income to help you out. And just to remind you, that is for people that do qualify, that did end up on unemployment or are unemployed during this whole C19 outbreak. Next up is testing. In this package, they're going to do $100 billion is going to go to C19 testing. And I do think that is good, because I do know people that have had to get tested so far, and they have had to pay for it, and it's not very cheap, let alone just having to get tested and make sure that they can go to work and be fine and not get anyone else sick. I do think that is needed, and that is a really nice thing to have in there. Some would determine that that might be better put somewhere else, but there is people in certain cases that just can't get tested, and there's even doctor's offices that won't let you go into the office and go get other things checked out if you do not get tested for C19. So I do think that is definitely nice to have, and hopefully that helps a lot of people that are going to need that. So $25 billion is going to go to rental and mortgage evictions, which I am glad to see, and I'm glad that's in there. Hopefully that'll help the people that need it the most. I do wish that number was a little bit higher, but something in there is better than nothing. I do know there's a lot of people out there that need that help specifically just to get by. Not everybody is paying their rent on time, that's for sure, and some people are getting to the point where they're getting evicted, and that is not good. You can't not have a place to live and have a stable job. It just can't happen. So glad to see that in there. So we do have a small portion, not determined yet as far as I can tell, that's going to go to schools. It's going to go to small businesses, food aid, and some postal services and things like that. I don't think the full details have been released as far as I can find. Hopefully they update that a little bit so we know exactly where that money's going and who's it actually going to help, because I think that's a big deal. A lot of money can be thrown around. If it doesn't help the actual people that need it, then it doesn't matter the set amount of money it is. Next up, they are designating $500 billion to go to state and local government. Now, what that details, we don't know yet. It would be nice to know what that means. Hopefully that means that if they are going to spend that much money on the government and state and local, that means there's going to be things that are going to be actually open that will be there to help you, and everybody stays clean and stays safe. Details haven't been released yet, so as far as we know, we don't know where that money's going exactly, and hopefully it's put to good use, since a lot of people could use that money for a lot of other things. It just depends what they decide to use it for, and of course that is up to the government, and hopefully they start thinking of the people and we have some money going around for things that we actually need. Next up would be the Paycheck Protection Program, that's PPP, and that is going to help a lot of people. That will be reinstated. Don't have any details on it yet, but it is in the bill and I expect it to be in there. The other thing is going to be the $1,200 for all applicable taxpayers. That's $1,200 stimulus check. They haven't given any other details on that as of yet, but we do expect to at least have $1,200 or more is what it's stated in there. So we're not sure what they're going to do as far as if they're going to give something per child. I'm assuming they're going to do something just like they did on the last one, where it was $1,200 for each applicable adult and then $500 for each child. Not sure on that yet. As long as you're eligible, tax-paying American, you will be eligible to get at least the $1,200. So I think that is going to help a lot of people. Everybody wishes it was more, especially those that need it the most. But it is nice to know that that is in there, and for the most part, if it's passed, that $1,200 is set in stone. They also mentioned help for small businesses included in that whole paragraph there. So hopefully we'll get some help and some more details across the board for everybody in the small business, and then just personal as far as that $1,200 plus goes for that stimulus help check. So as far as hazard pay goes, I do not see anything specific in the details, which is very, very disappointing. I do think they should have something in there as far as hazard pay goes to help the people who are working and who are staying working and keep incentive for those who are working. And I do not see anything in there on that. Details could always change, but we can always hope for the best and hope that they do add something in there for your average restaurant worker, construction worker, your average day-to-day people who are out in high-risk environments, hospital, things like that. So hopefully they do add something in there that helps as far as hazard pay goes. Now, as far as this package getting passed, I do think that this is going to go through. The reason I think this is going to go through is because when you look at both the Democrats and the Republicans, you've seen how they've went back and forth, and there's certain things that they don't want to pass. And to me, this is a pretty good right in the middle place to be. So I don't see any reason that this wouldn't get passed. I think that Democrats and the Republicans really do want to get this passed. I think that's why they both compromised, and I think they both compromised quite a bit, and I think due to that it'll go through. There's only one person, Nancy Pelosi, who I think might get a no from because the way she's been so far in all of this, but I think she will be overvoted as far as the Democrats go, and I think this bill will be passed. It's very, very compromised to both sides, and I think it is good to have something out there, and I do think it gives pretty good coverage overall besides that hazardous pay. So let's just hope it goes through. they are expected to stay in the House until something is passed. Nancy Pelosi has been on the record saying that the House is going to stay open. She's not going anywhere. I've heard things of that before, and suddenly everyone's taking a vacation for some reason. But hopefully that is true, and they will stay in the House until this is passed. All right, guys, and I hope that I made that as quick and clear as I could for you guys. And please go ahead and like, subscribe, ring the bell, everything you need to. You'll get updates like this, and I'll try to go through everything as quick as possible for you guys, yet not leaving anybody out, because some people need some things and some people don't need other things. And, unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. So hopefully this helps you guys out. Please like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And if you know somebody that wants to stay updated as well, it really helps me out to share this. That way we get this out there and people know what's going on and what to expect. All right, this is Brandon from Think Net Worth Mentality, and you guys have a great day, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you.